think of fashion, you may think that has nothing to do with your everyday life. You may imagine models walking down a runway in clothes that you would never buy or wear. But what if I told you that fashion is one of the oldest forms of self-expression and can even make you feel better? Well, it can. First of all, fashion is a way to express your culture and has been since ancient times. Studying fashion has taught us a lot of things about ancient societies, such as what climate they lived in, what kind of jobs they had, even their religious beliefs. One example is that ancient Egyptians believed that clothing made from animal products, such as wool or leather, is impure. Therefore, they mainly wore linen, which is plant-based, reserving the finer linen for pharaohs, religious leaders, and higher members of society. Even people in modern times use fashion to show what groups they belong to. For example, we live in California, and when it's hot out, we wear shorts, right? But what if I told you that when my family traveled to Europe, none of the locals wore shorts, even when it was 90 degrees out? Another reason on why fashion is important is because it's a way to express yourself as an individual. When you get dressed in the morning, you may choose colors or styles that match your mood or attitude. Even if you think you're not interested in fashion, choosing to wear clothes that are not popular or trendy is making a fashion statement by itself. Who knows, you may even start a new trend. Some people think that kids are too young to care about fashion, but I can tell you that that's not true. When I was just 16 months old, I already had my own sense of style. I had one dress, and whenever it was clean, I wanted to wear it. I couldn't tell my parents what I wanted to wear, so instead, I ran to the closet pointing until they understood. Fashion is its own language and speaks for itself. My final reason on why fashion is important is because you don't just express yourself through fashion, but fashion can change you. When you're happy with what you're wearing, it gives you more self-confidence and it improves your mental health. But did you know that fashion can also change your behavior? One study done by researchers at Cornell University shows that professional football and ice hockey teams who wear black uniforms are more aggressive than teams who wear non-black uniforms. When a team was switched from non-black uniforms to black uniforms, they immediately played more fouls. Another study done at Northwestern University tested college students on their attention to detail. A group of students who were given a white lab coat to wear and were told that it was a doctor's coat did better on the test than a group of students who were wearing the same exact lab coat, but instead were told that it was a painter's coat. In summary, fashion is important for culture identity, personal identity, mental health, and behavior. It's something that we care about from a young age. So next time you get dressed in the morning, think twice. And parents, maybe you should take your kids shopping for a white lab coat. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.